Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds appear multiple times in the Epstein files that were just released by the DOJ, and we need to talk about it. There's a lot to talk about here.
The Blake Lively and Jeffrey Epstein connection is wild, you guys. This letter has all these people listed. Let me just tell you, I looked each and every single one of them up, and there is scandal and shade in relation to each one.
The Epstein case has continued to generate discussion online as new waves of publicly discussed documents and alleged file leaks circulate across social media. Recently, some online posts have been circulating claims that certain Hollywood names, including Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, may appear in connection with Epstein-related materials. However, it's important to note that these claims have not been independently verified or confirmed by official sources. Some of the discussion also points to mentions of emails, publicists, and redacted materials, but the meaning and context of these references remain unclear and are often heavily interpreted or misrepresented online. As a result, social media has been filled with speculation about what these connections could mean, even though no official findings have confirmed any wrongdoing related to these individuals. Given the sensitivity of the Epstein case, this situation highlights how quickly unverified information can spread and turn into public narratives, especially when involving high-profile celebrities. For now, there are more questions than answers, and it remains important to separate confirmed facts from online speculation.
So Blake Lively invited Jeffrey Epstein to a party in 2013, and you will do well to remember she stood up for Harvey Weinstein and she stood up for Woody Allen. So I'm very confused on how Justin Baldoni could be this big harassing person when we're cavorting with known criminal offenders like Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and Woody Allen.
Online discussions have increasingly surrounded Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, with some social media users revisiting various rumors and controversies involving public figures in Hollywood. Recently, renewed attention around the Jeffrey Epstein case has led to widespread speculation online, with some posts attempting to connect different celebrities to broader social and industry networks. However, it is important to note that many of these connections being shared online are based on interpretation, not confirmed findings from official investigations or court records. During the years when Blake Lively was rising in Hollywood through projects like Gossip Girl, she was also active in the fashion and entertainment industry, attending major events for well-known luxury brands. These industries often include large networks of celebrities, designers, executives, and public figures who frequently overlap at events. Some online discussions have also brought up historical connections between business figures and institutions linked to the fashion industry. One commonly referenced example is businessman Leslie Wexner's past association with Jeffrey Epstein, which has been widely reported in established media coverage. However, it is important to separate documented historical facts and associations within industries from speculative claims about individual celebrities that are not supported by verified evidence. As conversations around these topics continue online, the situation highlights how easily complex networks of people and industries can be misinterpreted when taken out of context.
So Les Wexner, he owns limited brands, L brands. So Victoria's Secret he owns, Abercrombie and Fitch, a lot of the places that you see when you go into the mall. I don't think it's the case anymore, but for a long time, he was the largest clothing manufacturer and distributor in the United States. Billionaire, incredibly wealthy guy. As you said, owns the largest and most expensive house in the state of Ohio, where he lives in Columbus. And the second largest and most expensive house in the state of Ohio was owned by Jeffrey Epstein and was directly behind Wexner's house.
Over the years, much discussion online has focused on how different industries, including fashion, modeling, and entertainment, can overlap through large networks of events, agencies, and public figures. The modeling and fashion world, especially in cities like New York, has involved many major agencies, talent managers, and corporate ownership structures that often connect different parts of the entertainment industry. Some of these organizations have changed ownership over time or been associated with well-known business figures in media reporting. Jeffrey Epstein's criminal case has also drawn attention to how individuals operating in elite social and business circles were able to move through different networks for years before his arrest. His association with Ghislaine Maxwell and others has been widely documented in court records and investigative reporting. Online discussions sometimes attempt to connect various celebrities, events, and social gatherings into broader narratives. However, it is important to emphasize that being present in similar social or industry spaces does not imply involvement in criminal activity. In the case of Epstein-related materials circulating online, some emails and documents are frequently shared on social media, but their context is often unclear and interpretations vary widely depending on the source. As a result, much of the public conversation is based on speculation rather than confirmed findings, making it difficult to separate verified information from assumptions.
Blake Lively shares a preferred pizza place in common with Jeffrey Epstein. That's right, her favorite pizza place, according to this interview I'll show you, was all over the Epstein files.
There has been growing online discussion surrounding various emails and documents that are being circulated in connection with Jeffrey Epstein-related materials. One email that is often mentioned in online conversations is attributed to Peggy Siegel and Jeffrey Epstein. However, the full context, authenticity, and interpretation of these emails remain unclear, and they are frequently debated across different sources on social media. Because of this, many claims circulating online should be treated carefully, as partial or out-of-context information can easily lead to misunderstandings. Another topic that has appeared in online discussions is the idea of redacted names or images in certain documents. While redactions are commonly used in legal and investigative materials to protect privacy, identities, or sensitive information, the presence of a redaction does not automatically indicate wrongdoing or involvement in any case. Separately, some public figures, including Blake Lively, have worked in the entertainment industry alongside well-known directors and producers over the years. In Hollywood, it is common for actors to collaborate with multiple filmmakers and attend major industry events as part of their careers. Over time, this has led to online conversations connecting different individuals and industries together. However, it is important to distinguish between verified facts, professional collaborations, and online speculation. Some of the narratives circulating online also reference past interviews and public statements made by celebrities regarding controversial figures. These moments are often revisited and reinterpreted years later, especially in light of newer events or broader public discussions. Ultimately, while public curiosity around high-profile cases remains strong, it is essential to rely on confirmed evidence and official sources rather than assumptions or fragmented interpretations shared online. As more verified information becomes available in ongoing discussions around historical cases like Epstein's, separating fact from speculation remains key to understanding the full picture responsibly.